Good morning, everyone. Darius Dale here to present our macro minute for Thursday, October 28th, 2021. Starting with markets, we got stocks mixed. You got U.S. stocks up, global stocks down generally, commodities down, crypto up. You have bond yields mixed globally with more yield curve compression in the treasury market. Big movers today, you got the WTI down 2%, Bitcoin and Ethereum both up around 4%. Two-year treasury yield up another 4 basis points to a cycle high of 0.55%. For what it's worth, bear flattening is what you tend to get in stagflation. So be aware of what the bond market is signaling. On the economic front, it's mostly policy this morning. You get the BOJ out overnight, left its policy settings unchanged. Yesterday, you got the Bank of Canada abruptly ending QE amid inflationary pressures. Brazil's central bank effectively did some version of that, which is by hiking the Selic rate by 150 basis points. You got the ECB decision out later this morning. Also on the policy front in Europe, you have Putin. He ordered Gazprom on Wednesday to sort of transition to filling their European storage sites from starting in November 8th, which is the day they fill the Russian storage site. So that's a positive dynamic with respect to some of the stagflation pressure we were seeing in Europe. You got front month gas in Netherlands, for example, is down 30% since peaking earlier this month. So we're actually moving in the positive direction as it relates to coming off of inflation and it's supporting growth here in Q4 overseas. That's great news for Europe because obviously inflation continues to be quite hot there. We got Spanish CPI out this morning, accelerated 150 basis points to an all-time high of 5.5% in October. And then lastly, on the U.S. policy front, yesterday we finally got some news out of Senator Kristen Sinema from Arizona. She finally sort of outlined a list of tax policies she was supporting reconciliation. So they're still arguing over the price tag, somewhere between 1.5 to $2 trillion on that. With respect to its overbought, get the two-year treasury yield, oversold, Shanghai Composite, 10-year gilt yield, UK gilt yield, 30-year treasury yield, as well as the 10-year TIPS yield. In terms of today's risk reward setup, a little bit more of a fair fight for the S&P 500. You got 2.6% downside versus 1.6 or versus 1% upside. Bloomberg Dollar Index minus 2% downside versus 1.3% upside. And then taking it to the chart here, we got the 10-year Treasury yield only 1 basis point of downside versus 23 basis points of upside. So we came off effectively the upper boundary of the probable range. We tapped the lower boundary of the probable range. So be aware that we've seen a little bit of defensiveness creep into the equity market in recent weeks. That might actually start to fade a bit as if we get a bounce off the lower boundary of the probable range in the 10-year. With that, Darius Dale here presenting our macro minute for Thursday, October 28th, 2021. Best of luck out there.